Right, buddy, welcome back to the latest transfer news. Now we'll be talking the latest on Adam Wharton potentially joining Manchester United in a 60 million move. We'll also be talking about Harry Maguire potentially leaving to go to Saudi Arabia on a ridiculous contract, which I don't think is true, but we'll have a conversation about it anyway. As well as some other interesting stories as well in the media as we do kind of wrap up the news. It's been a pretty boring week. I mean, international break's never easy, but now after this we can start to build up to the Liverpool game that comes up next week. Now, listen, let's get into it. Let's talk Adam Wharton now. It came in from the Mirror Football, who again are not the most reliable source. But they have said this: Manchester United want to strengthen their midfield and are planning to launch a £60 million move for Adam Wharton. United are believing that a bid in that region would be good enough to tempt Crystal Palace to sell their sought-after playmaker. So, yeah, I mean, that very well could be £60 million. I don't think they will kind of budge for that. I think Palace are a team, they know they can get north of £60 million for him. I think with Wharton being a top class quality player, and he's only going to get better from here. He is proven, and I think Manchester United need a Premier League proven player, especially in that midfield, which has been neglected for a very long time. I think going into next summer, we know Casemiro wants to leave. He could very well be on the market for two midfielders if Bruno Fernandes was to leave as well. And I think looking at Adam Wharton, he definitely does have the quality, and he certainly would be an interesting player who could do very, very well in a Manchester United shirt. I think there's no doubt he has the talent, he has the ability, and he's proven it as well in the Premier League. And Crystal Palace, they're in a better position than Manchester United are right now. And I think if he was to come into this team, having a perfect partner, I mean, can you imagine an Kobbie Mainoo and Adam Wharton midfield? It would be absolutely amazing, the quality, the ability in there as well. And I think with Adam Wharton, we know Amorim is someone who's going to be backed in the long run for Manchester United, and is someone who is highly trusted by Ruben Amorim and the board. I think you certainly have to look at giving him time. I think with Wharton, again, he's proven. Yes, there are areas in this game he needs to improve, but he certainly is one of the best players out there that you can get. And I talked about Belieber yesterday, and Wharton does look like another very, very good option. To be honest, I'd be happy getting either of them in. I think they're two very complete midfielders, with still room to improve, but they would massively transform this Manchester United team. 60 million would absolutely be a bargain. We know United are also on the hunt of signing young up-and-coming players that can be the next Beliebers, the next Whartons. We've got that Orozco guy coming in. We've bought in Sekou Kone. Hopefully in the next few years they can start to develop and become top players. But right now we need someone who's Prem proven, fixed, and can go into this Manchester United team. And Adam Wharton does certainly look like that player who has that quality and has that ability. So let's see what happens. £60 million move would be perfect. I think Palace want to let him go in the region of between 60 to 75. So there could be an element of truth in that story, because Palace obviously know there will be clubs coming in to sign him, so they will probably increase their price. But that is the latest on Adam Wharton. Now, Galatasaray leading the race to sign Malacia for Manchester United. The club want to add a player to its squad in the summer, but Malacia wants to leave now. If a small fee is paid, the transfer could happen in January. So that would be pretty good for United. I mean, if we can get Malacia out the door, we know he's been integrated into the squad, but he's not in Ruben Amorim's plans. With obviously Dorgu being the number one, Delop probably being the number two, and Shaw probably being the number three as a left wing back. I don't think there's any future back in this team for Malacia. We were looking at trying to get rid of him in the summer, with him being part of that well-known bomb squad. United were looking at selling, but he was someone who obviously didn't get to go, and has now slowly been integrated into the first team. Now again, I feel bad for Malacia because that massive injury did affect him, and I don't think he'll be able to get back to the levels that he was prior to the injury. But I do wish him all the best. He was a good signing for United. I think Galatasaray would be a good move for him. Now the next thing, Marcus Rashford. Barcelona preparing to activate Marcus Rashford's €30 million to €35 million buy option at the end of the season, which again would be pretty beneficial for Manchester United. I think he's a very, very good player, Rashford, and I think it's all about getting him gone. I think Barcelona looking to activate this move is certainly a good conversation to have, and I think it's down to Manchester United to get this deal done as soon as we can. He's having a good season for Barca, he's flourishing in their team, and I think it makes a lot of sense for him to leave Manchester United at this current moment. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about, which is the final thing, Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire has interest from Saudi Arabia, with them ready to offer him a £500,000 per week deal, but he's reportedly prepared to turn them down if that means staying loyal to Old Trafford. I mean, listen, reports from Fabrizio saying that United internally value Maguire very highly. Could it be a way of Maguire's agent side trying to get more from Manchester United because we know he's very valued? It could be. But I think Maguire ultimately is coming in from the Sun, who again are not the most reliable. But if someone was offering 500k per week, he should absolutely take it. And I think you look at United, again, he's very loyal. He's a professional as well. And he probably wants to stay playing at the highest level. But again, I don't think there's anything in it. I think Maguire will get that new year deal that we've all known about for a few weeks now. And I think he would continue staying at Manchester United, being a key part of that leadership group, being a key part of the people, the players around Carrington. And I think he will massively help this Manchester United team going forward with his experience. Personally, as I've said, I don't agree with giving him a new deal. I think he's someone who is 33 now. I don't think you'll see the ability that he was playing at 3-4 years ago. But again, it's a decision that has been made by the board of Manchester United to keep him at the club. So let's see what happens. I don't think there's anything in it in him going to Saudi Arabia, especially on £500,000 per week. But yeah, you never know what does happen. Let me know your thoughts. That has been the latest update on Adam Wharton. 60 million move would be perfect. Malacia very well could be going to Galatasaray, as well as Rashford potentially going to Barcelona in the summer. Let me know your thoughts.